Lions getting set to take on LSU Alexandria. First home game, official home game of the season for your Lady Lions. And first one I've gotten to call from here in the UC, and I'm expecting a good one here tonight, and hopefully the Lady Lions can pick up their second straight victory. I was able to catch up with head coach Ayla Gazzardo for the game, and I'm going to share her comments with you right now. Joining me now on the Lady Lion pregame show, head coach Ayla Gazzardo. And coach, I feel like it's been kind of these interviews have been kind of a broken record the last couple of games. Oh, when are we going to get over the hump? We finally were able to get over the hump at Monroe on Sunday. Talk a little bit about that game and how it felt to get the first victory.
It was a much needed win, but we're playing better. We just got to make sure we can do that now at home. We've been on the road for the past few weeks, and it's finally nice to come back home. But you're always kind of hesitant when you come in and play an LSUA. They work hard, but we've just got to play like a team, and we got to do what we know we can do.
You're talking about getting back at home. First time we've been at home since the exhibition. What do you expect from your team today?
I expect a lot of energy. They're excited. They've got their family all here because of Thanksgiving tomorrow, and they're excited. So I want a lot of energy. I want all the 50-50 balls. I want to win the boards. It's no surprise that LSUA only has 7 players, so I want to be able to run the floor in transition, score quick, score early.
Obviously, we got some familiar faces across the sideline from us. Courtney Dawsey, former player for us, and Bob Austin, a former assistant here with the Lady Lions. How does that change your mindset or at all playing against somebody like that?
Courtney's a competitor. I coached her in high school, and that's one thing about her is she competes. So I expect nothing less than that tonight. Bob's very familiar with us and our recruiting and our sets and stuff. So they're going to get after it today, and we just got to be ready.
We always talk about this, I think, before the last game before Thanksgiving, going into a pretty big break. How do you keep your team focused for 40 minutes?
You don't want to say it's threats, but if we need to make sure one of those off days or a practice day, we make sure that's happening. We've got to make sure we're going to get better today, and that's our first day. We got to win the day, and if we can win today, tomorrow and then the next day are going to be much needed rest days for them. But if not, then we got to get back to work, and we got to fix a lot of the stuff that we've been working on.
Head coach Ayla Gazzardo as our team gets ready to take on LSU Alexandria right here in the University Center, Thanksgiving Eve, back in 2 minutes on your Southeastern Sports Radio Network. Here are your Southeastern!
Why do you support Southeastern Athletics?
So Southeastern is where our family started. We met my wife here, met all our friends here, and now it's given us 2 beautiful children, and now it's part of our family.
University Center. Sorry about that, folks. Just wanted to give you an update. Lady Lions getting ready to take on LSU Alexandria. Sorry, a little confusion here at the table, but getting everything squared away. Here's our let's share our starting lineups. With you real quick, and first for the visiting Lady Generals of LSU Alexandria. First, senior guard from New Orleans, Brittany Hall. Hall is averaging 8.3 points per contest. Also, Kelsey Thaxton in the starting lineup, 5'9" sophomore from Manny, Louisiana. Thaxton, leading scorer on the team, averaging 18 points per contest. Kendriana Washington in the starting lineup, also for LSUA, averaging 13.4 points per game, 4.8 rebounds per contest. Sierra Daniels in the starting five for LSUA, out of Bronx, New York, averaging 15.4 points, 10.2 rebounds per game. Courtney Dawsey back in the University Center. Transfer from Southeastern, played her first 2 years here. Courtney averaging 12.8 points per contest. Lay line starters are Caitlin Williams, Aminat Jabril, Celica Sterling, Tyler Morrison, and Alexis Horn. It's about time for the national anthem. We're going to go take another 2-minute timeout. When we come back, we're going to have tip-off from the University Center. Back in 2 minutes on your Southeastern Sports Network.
What do you love most about being a student athlete at Southeastern?
So I chose teammates for life because on our golf team, nobody's from the same spot, but the friendships we've made, once we graduate, I know we'll always be friends, we'll always see each other, we'll always come back and visit.
Chapel. Glad to be here with you courtside. Sorry for the confusion last segment, but Lady Lions and Lady Generals set to tip off here from the UC, and LSUA under the direction of Bob Austin. If that name sounds familiar to longtime Lady Lion fans, she was an assistant under former head coach Lloyd Evers-Jones, and is a really great guy, and he's done a great job with the LSUA team, and they're a little short-handed here tonight. They've only got 7 players dressed, and we'll see what they can do against Southeastern. Again, this is an exhibition for the Lady Generals, and we'll count towards the official record of your Lady Lions. Lady Lions looking to pick up win number 2 of the season, and you heard from Ayla Gazzardo a couple segments ago, and she thinks her team's going to be ready to go. It's always a little dicey this last game before Thanksgiving. Everybody's kind of got their head into going home and getting some good food and getting a little break. So hopefully we get Southeastern's best effort here tonight against what's going to be a scrappy yet undermanned LSUA General squad under head coach Bob Austin. Lady Lions going with the same starting 5 they've gone since game 3. Tyler Morrison, Celica Sterling, and Alexis Horn in the backcourt, along with Caitlin Williams and Aminat Jabril in the post. Alexis Horn coming out first as they introduce the starters. As freshman from Denham Springs has been really a revelation for the Lady Lions. I think she's going to, as she continues to prove to be a all-conference player multiple times here for Southeastern, I think she's going to be a strong candidate for the Freshman of the Year in our league. And I've really been impressed with her poise and maturity, the way she plays. She plays very smart. And just has plays with a good pace to her game. I think she's going to have an opportunity to have a really nice career here in Southeastern. We're going to be fortunate to have her for the next 4 years right here in Hammond, America. Start of an exciting week for Southeastern Athletics. Lion football team kicks off 3:04 p.m. exactly on ESPN3. Live in Strawberry Stadium, playoff football back in Hammond, America, against the Wildcats of Villanova, the number 8 team in the country. So it'll be a stern test for Coach Selfo. And again, congratulations to Coach Selfo. If you didn't hear yesterday, he was named the Southland Conference Coach of the Year, just the second Lion head coach to receive that honor, and it was a well-deserved one for a good man, a good coach, and even a better man. And we're excited to have him with us, and it was a great hire by Coach Artigues and the Lion Athletic Administration, and we're fortunate to have somebody of Coach Selfo's quality lead our program. Late Lions in their white uniforms, gold trim. LSUA decked out in gray with purple lettering. It'll be Aminat Jabril jumping center for Southeastern, and she'll control it. Tyler Morrison walks into the front court for the Lady Lions, drops it down low quickly to Aminat Jabril. She takes it straight to the hoop and scores. Size advantage is going to be key for the Lady Lions tonight, and Aminat Jabril puts Southeastern on top. Quick 3 the other way for LSUA. That's their leading scorer, Brittany Hall. And right back at them comes LSUA with a big 3 from Brittany Hall. So 3-2. Generals lead. Ball's not being knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Southeastern. 16 on the shot clock, 9:27 on the game clock here. First quarter just underway. Lady Lions trail 3-2 to the Generals of LSUA. Tyler Morrison works it into the front court and throws it away. Stolen by Courtney Dawsey. The Hammond native pushes it ahead and finds, that was, Washington, and she has it stripped going up by Caitlin Williams. Back the other way comes LSUA. Sterling launches a quick 3, nothing but the bottom of the net. Lady Lions take a 5-3 lead on a triple by Celica Sterling. Hall throws it away. Another steal for the Lady Lions. Here comes Southeastern ahead with it, and Caitlin Williams traveled, going the other way. So turnovers, a little sloppy start here for both squads. Back the other way comes LSUA. It's Washington. She'll put up a baseline jumper, won't go. Caitlin Williams clears it. Late Lions with the ball and a 2-point lead. 90 seconds into this one from the University Center. Celica Sterling, guarded by Courtney Dawson. Pushes off, no call. Celica finds Caitlin Williams. They work it around to Alexis Horn on the left wing. Horn puts it on the deck, takes a baseline. Now she's cut off with 7 to shoot. Finds Celica. Celica works it in the lane. She's going to have to hurry. Gives it over to Tyler Morrison. Her floater banks it in. Tyler Morrison, one of her first points of 2019-20, puts Southeastern up 7-3. We're 2 minutes into this one around the University Center. LSUA in Southeastern Louisiana. Washington's got it in the post. Takes it strong to the hoop. Won't go, and Aminat Jabril clears it for Southeastern. They're content to go inside are the Generals to start this one. Horn takes it strong to the hoop, and she's fouled. Foul is going to be on Courtney Dawsey. Her first personal. First team foul on either squad, and Alexis Horn will go to the line. Horn on the year, averaging just under 10 points per contest. Freshman from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, prepped at Denham Springs High School. First free throw is up and good. 8-3 Lady Lions lead. 7:39 left here, first quarter. Horn on the season now 14 for 23 from the stripe, right around 60%. Makes them both, does Horn, and Lady Lions have scored 7 straight to take a 9-3 lead. And we're going to get another steal, and here comes Horn back with it for the Lady Lions. Horn takes it to the hoop, and she's tripped up by Courtney Dawsey, and that's going to be, they're not going to call it on Courtney, they're going to call it on Kelsey Thaxton, her first. And first sub off the bench for Louisiana Lafayette is Jacristany Demachet, a freshman guard from Abbeville, Louisiana, prepped at Vermilion Catholic High School, and Courtney Dawsey will go to the bench. She's only got 1 foul, and they called the foul on 5. Shot clock at 20, so the shot clock does not reset all the way to 30 on a foul anymore. It goes just to 20 to try to speed up the game. Aminat Jabril gets the pass, banks it in, but it goes in and out, no good, and back the other way comes LSUA. Washington in transition puts up the quick shot and won't get it to fall. Caitlin Williams grabs the rebound and is fouled. Foul's going to be on Washington, her first. Now 3 team fouls now on the Generals. 7:16 left here, opening quarter. Lady Lions lead 9-3. Last game before Thanksgiving for Southeastern. They'll have a pretty extended break. Right side, it's Sterling. Sterling takes it baseline, puts up the jumper. Good. Sell with 5 now. Lady Lions on a 9-0 run have taken an 11-3 lead. 6:55 left here. Layup is missed by Thaxton, and back the other way comes comes Southeastern. 6:39 and counting left here, opening quarter. Lady Lions up by 8. It's Caitlin Williams to the hoop, and she has it stripped going up. Nice hands there by Sierra Daniels, and back the other way come the Generals. Demachet with a long 3 airballs it, and it's going to go out of bounds, and it's multiple subs. Set to check in for Southeastern. Here's Morgan Carrier and Haley Giratano. Carrier, junior from New Iberia, and Haley Giratano, freshman from Ponchatoula, take the place of Tyler Morrison and Aminat Jabril. Full court pressure here shown by LSUA. Now they'll back it off as Hall will pick up Horn, and they work it around the perimeter. Carrier's not afraid to shoot, and she buries it. She's just had the hot hand lately. Last few games, Morgan Carrier has been a spark off the bench, and she nails a three there. Now we're going to get an offensive foul. Carrier comes in, hits a three, and draws a charge. Great start by Morgan here, as with 5:54 left in the first quarter. That's going to be another foul. Here comes Dawsey back in the ball game. Checking in for the first time for LSUA is Jemiah Galloway, junior from Bay St. Louis. Horn, Giratano, Williams, Carrier, and Sterling, the five on the floor for the Lady Lions in the midst of a 12-0 run. Up 14-3. Horn throws it away. Stolen by Daniels and into the hands of Dawsey. Dawsey penetrating, she's fouled. Foul's going to be on Celica Sterling. First foul on the Lady Lions, and first foul on Celica. Senior from Baton Rouge picks up her first foul. Galloway drops it off to Daniels. Now Dawsey with the top of the key. Dawsey will penetrate, takes it to the hoop, lays it up and misses it. And coming out with the rebound is Caitlin Williams. Up ahead with it is Celica Sterling. She'll launch a three, left it short. And Thaxton comes down with a long rebound for LSUA. They're certainly not scared to run, are the Generals. Thaxton takes it strong to the hoop, gets the layup, and that ends a 12-0 Southeastern run and cuts the Southeastern lead to 14-5. We're midway through quarter number one here from the University Center. Cameron Chapel glad to be here with you courtside. It's Alexis Horn, guarded closely by Dawsey, finds Giratano for a three. Got it! Haley Giratano puts Southeastern back on top by 12, and Haley getting more confidence as she continues her first month as a Lady Lion. Dawsey drops it off to Galloway. Now Thaxton with a long three, answers. And so timeout called by Ellie Gazzardo. We'll take it with her. 4.5 left here, opening quarter. Lady Lions lead LSU Alexandria 17-8. You're enjoying Lady Lion basketball on your Southeastern Sports Network. Kimmer Chapel back here with you at the University Center. 17-8 Lady Lions with the lead over LSUA. Celica Sterling leads Southeastern with 5 points. Caitlin Williams already with 5 rebounds for Southeastern. It's Williams with the ball. She'll drop it down low to Charlie Dugas, who's just checked in last dead ball. Dugas lays it up and in. Charlie, four-year player for the Lady Lions. Gets closer to that 1,000-point career plateau. Long three from Thaxton's no good. Demache grabs the long rebound, finds Washington, and LSUA hanging tough here. It's 19-10. Lady Lions with the lead. We're under 4 minutes to play, opening quarter. Horn brings it right side to Carrier. Carrier takes it strong to the hoop, lays it in. They're going to say count the basket. Foul's going to be on number 33, Sierra Daniels. That's her first, and Morgan Carrier will go to the line with a chance to complete a three-point play. 5 points in the ball game for Carrier. Sterling with 5 as well for Southeastern. Balanced effort thus far by the Lady Lions. Carrier's free throw is up and good. Here comes Sydney Rivers and Brianka Ducksworth in the ball game for Southeastern. Caitlin Williams and Alexis Horn will take a breather. So it's Giratano, Dugas, Carrier, Ducksworth, and Rivers, the 5 on the floor for the Lady Lions, up 22-10, 3:35 and counting left here, opening quarter. Courtney Dawsey, former Lady Lion, former St. Thomas Aquinas Lady Falcon, takes it strong to the hoop and scores it up over Sydney Rivers. And Lady Dawsey gets her first points and what will be her final trip to the University Center. Cuts it to 10. Charlie Dugas swings it over to Carrier. Carrier to Giratano. Giratano thought about the shot, takes it in the lane instead. Floater won't go, and rebound fought for and pulled out by Daniels. Good take there by Haley, and it just wouldn't fall. Dawsey brings it across, works it around the perimeter. It's Demachet, her three ball, no good. Demachet gets her own rebound there, and that's just nobody boxing out, and that'll drive head coach Ellie Gazzardo crazy. As the lead down to 8 now. Southeastern is led by as many as 12. It's Ducksworth running the point. She'll find Carrier on the right wing. Carrier out to Giratano. Thought about the three, doesn't take it now. Swings it over to Brianka. She puts it on the deck, banks it in and out, no good, and Thaxton clears it for LSU. She's cut off by Ducksworth, finds Dawsey. Dawsey will step into a three. Got it. Courtney Dawsey with 5 in the ball game, and all of a sudden, Haley Gazzardo's got to take another timeout, and we're going to take it with her. 22-17, Lady Lions with the lead, 2:15 left here first quarter. Back in a minute on your Southeastern Sports Network. Back here in the University Center, Lady Lions with the basketball. Ducksworth with it, finds Giratano. She banks it up and in. Haley's got 5, and the Lady Lions back with up by 7, 24-17. LSUA had gone on a 7-0 run to cut it down to 5, but the lead back to 7 now for the Lady Lions. Shot up by Daniels is no good, and Dugas clears it for the Lady Lions. Ducksworth brings it ahead to Charlie. Charlie's jumper, no good, and it's going to go out of bounds, and they're going to say Jalen Hutterson, who's just checked in, freshman from Salmon High School, Slidell, Louisiana product, is touched it last. Full court pressure here from Southeastern. Demachet and Dawsey are running a 2-person game to get it across, and Dawsey will push it, and she's fouled from behind by Jalen Hutterson. So good start by the Lady Lions, but LSUA is held tough here. Here comes Kendriana Washington back in for the Generals, and a bad pass by Dawsey, but Demachet runs it down. She's guarded by Hutterson. Quick shot by LSUA is no good, and Dugas runs down the rebound. Coming up on a minute left here, opening quarter, Lady Lions with the ball up by 7. Rivers lays it up, missed it, gets her own rebound, and has it blocked out of there by Thaxton. Back the other way comes LSUA. Dawsey swings it to Thaxton. Her three is too strong. Ducksworth comes down with the rebound. She stepped out of bounds, coming down with it. And it'll stay with the LSUA. Here comes big Bernasia Adams in for Southeastern. So Rivers will have a seat. Bernasia Adams, 6'3", out of Thibodaux, Louisiana. In with it is Washington. Washington hands it off to Dawsey. Dawsey works it in the lane now, kicks it out to Washington. Her three balls, too strong, gets her own rebound. Baseline jumpers, no good as well, and Hutterson clears it for Southeastern. Hutterson, Ducksworth, Dugas, Adams, and Giartano in there for Southeastern. Giartano mishandles the pass, and it comes into the hands of Thaxton, and she carried it. And Southeastern will be able to hold for the last shot, up 7 with 15.2 left in the opening quarter. And Haley Giartano threw it away. Now LSUA can hold for the last shot. Right side is Thaxton. Dawsey for 3, too strong. And coming down with the rebound is Giartano. Giartano's going to push it as far as she can, puts up the shot, and it won't go. Good, smart move knowing where the clock was by Giartano. Just didn't have the right touch on the shot, and after one quarter, Lady Lions lead 24-17. Back in a minute on your Southeastern Sports Network. Action coming at you here in the University Center. Lady Lions lead LSU Alexandria 24-17. Quick look at the tail of the tape. Southeastern 9 for 16 in the first quarter. LSUA 7 for 21. Both teams made 3 threes. Southeastern was 3 for 3 from the charity stripe. LSUA yet to attempt a free throw. Southeastern with an 11-10 rebounding advantage. 2 assists for both teams. 6 turnovers for LSU, 4 for Southeastern. Demachet works it around the perimeter to Galloway. Now Dawsey with it, guarded closely by Caitlin Williams. Dawsey pushes off now because cut off, and they're going to call a travel on Courtney Dawsey. And she was doubled up there by Tyler Morrison and Caitlin Williams. Starting 5 back on the floor for the Lady Lions. Of course, our starting lineups, I don't believe I mentioned earlier, were brought to you by Roof Crafters. Aminat Jabril with it right elbow. Now she'll swing it over to Tyler Morrison. Morrison finds Sterling on the right side. Sterling faces up, gets a step, and now she'll back it back out, 10 to shoot. Gets it to Jabril. Jabril makes a nice baseline move, lays it up, and won't go. Gets her own rebound. Putback's no good. Gets her own rebound again. That putback is good. Aminat, dogged determination, gets Southeastern the first points of quarter number 2. 26-17, Lady Lions lead by 9. And coming right back the other way is Demashay. She banks it in off the glass and lead back down to 7 for Southeastern. Minute into the quarter number 2 here from the UC, and we're going to call a carry on Alexis Horn. She didn't like the call, but I think that was the correct one by the officials. Tonight's officials, Jacqueline Watson, Ruben McDowell, and Sarah Fleming. Dawsey running the point. Former Lady Lion. Spent her first 2 collegiate seasons here in Hammond. Puts up the shot, no good. Rebound out to Celica Sterling. Horn. Surveys the defense with 15 on the shot clock, guarded closely by Dawsey. Here comes Jabril for a ball screen, gives it to her, and now works it over to Caitlin Williams. Caitlin puts it on the deck, loses it behind her back, gets it back, and now it's on the floor with 2 to shoot. Horn gets it off, misses everything. It's a shot clock violation, and good defense there by LSUA. And they'll get the ball back, trying to cut further into this 7-point advantage. Dawsey lobs it into Kendriana Washington. And walks it ahead into the front court. Right side, it's Galloway. Galloway hands it off to Demashay. Back to Galloway with 12 to shoot. Galloway takes it baseline. And jumper by Washington, in and out, no good. And Celica Sterling comes down with the rebound. Back the other way comes Southeastern. Horn ahead with it. Drops it down low, and it's stolen by Courtney Dawsey. Back the other way comes Courtney. Courtney lays it up. Got it. Courtney with 7, and Lady Lion lead back down to 5, 26-21. 7:20 and counting left in the second quarter. Sterling launches a long 3 and buries it. Celica with their second triple puts Southeastern back up by 8, 29-21. 7 minutes remaining left in this first half. Lady Lions and Lady Generals from up in Alexandria. Dawsey pushes into the front court, and she'll draw a foul. Foul's going to be on Tyler Morrison, and that's her first. And that'll send Courtney to the line. Courtney Dawsey, senior from Hammond, Louisiana. Spent her first 2 years at Southeastern. Prepped at St. Thomas Aquinas High School, right down the road. Good free throw shooter on the season, 65.4%. Hall and Daniels check back in. Dugas back in for Southeastern in place of Horn. Free throw from Courtney is good. Lead back down to 7. 29-22, Lady Lions with a 7-point lead. 6:52 left here in the opening half. Last game before Thanksgiving. Second free throw won't go, and Jabril clears it for Southeastern. Down low with it is Jabril, and she loses it, saves it, gets it down low to Tyler Morrison. She turns and scores. Second bucket of the ball game for Tyler Morrison puts the Lady Lions back up by 9. 31-22, 6.5 and counting left in the first half. Dawsey puts it on the deck and loses it going up, and it's going to go out of bounds. They're going to say Southeastern touched it last. 13 to shoot for the Lady Generals. 6:18 on the game clock here, quarter number 2. Lady Lions up by 9, 31-22. Dawsey drops it out to, that was Galloway. Her shot's no good, and Lady Lions the other way with it. And the ball's going to go out of bounds, and they're going to say Jabril touched it last. Haley Giratano back in for Southeastern. Caitlin Williams will have a seat. 6:01 left in the half. Lady Lions up by 9 at 31-22. Hall walks it into the front court. She works it over to Galloway. Galloway puts it on the deck, takes a little baseline floater, won't go. Rebound fought for, and Celica Sterling couldn't corral it. It'll stay with LSU Alexandria. 16 to shoot, 5:46 left here, second quarter. Lady Lions up by 9. Dawsey works it over to Galloway. Hands it off to Dawsey. Dawsey puts it on the deck, puts up the floater. No good. Giratano comes down with the rebound. Back the other way comes Southeastern. It's Sterling. Pull up Jay. Buries it. Celica Sterling's got the hot hand. She's got 11-10 for Lady Lions. And the Lady Lions have an 11-point lead. 33-22. 5:20 and counting left here in the first half. Daniels with it, puts up the floater, won't go, and Aminat grabs another rebound. Sterling pushes it into the front court for Southeastern. She'll swing it to Morrison. Morrison puts it on the deck, finds Jabril. Jabril, strong move, now kicks it out to Dugas for a three, buries it. Lady Lions up by 14, and that's going to trigger a timeout by LSU Alexandria. We'll take it with them. 4:54 left here, second quarter. Lady Lions starting to pull away here, 36-22. You're enjoying Lady Lion basketball on the Southeastern Sports Network. .454 left here in the first half. Lady Lions on a 9-0 run. Have pushed the lead to 14, 36-22 after the three ball by Charlie Dugas. It's Hall with it. She'll work it over to Demachet. Demachet puts it on the deck, hands it off to Hall. And we're going to get 3 seconds in the lane called on Sierra Daniels. Turnover number 6 by LSU Alexandria. Morrison swings it over to Dugas. Dugas puts it on the deck, takes it strong to the hoop, and lays it up and in. Charlie with 7, and Lady Lions continue their hot streak. They're up 38-22, 4:20 left. Dawsey back the other way with it for 3, left it short, and Morrison comes down with the rebound. Head with it comes Tyler. Tyler to Celica, fast break opportunity and score by Southeastern. Sell's got 12, and it's 40-22. Lady Lions with an 18-point lead coming up on the 4-minute mark. Right side it's Dawsey. Dawsey over to Washington. Washington facing up on Rivers. Swings it out to Hall. Hall puts it on the deck, finds Dawsey on the left side. Dawsey swoops to the hoop, can't go, won't go, and Tyler Morrison clears it for Southeastern. Here comes Sell up ahead with it. She'll leave it for Sydney Rivers. Rivers out to Giratano. Her 3 ball too strong, and coming out with the rebound is Courtney Dawsey. Dawsey up ahead with it, takes it to the hoop and won't go, but she's fouled by Haley Giratano. First one on Haley. And Courtney Dawsey will go to the line to shoot a pair. Sterling and Morrison will take a breather. Carrier and Ducksworth back in for Southeastern. They're going to stay out there with Giratano, Dugas, and Rivers. Courtney Dawsey at the line. 8 points in the contest. Shooting 2. She's 1 for 2 from the charity stripe here tonight. Misses the first one. Went halfway home and popped out for Courtney. Lady Lions still with an 18-point lead here with 3:23 left in the half. Second free throw gets the friendly roll. And it ends a scoreless drought for the Generals and cuts the lead to 17. Ducksworth swings it over to Dugas. Dugas puts it on the deck, takes it baseline, lays it up. Missed the layup, however, and LSUA clears it. Dawsey puts up the quick shot, won't go, and Giratano comes out with the rebound for Southeastern. Into the hands of Ducksworth. Ducksworth is going to be trapped. Gets it ahead to Haley. Haley swings it over to Dugas. 3-ball from Charlie is good. Her second 3. She'll join Celica Sterling in double figures and lay Lions with a 20-point advantage. 43-23. 2:35 left. And Charlie draws a charge there as Hall runs over. Second foul on Hall. 2:35 left here in the second quarter. Lady Lions have stretched the lead all the way to 20, 43-23. Hot shooting from behind the arc for the Lady Lions. Dugas with the top of the key, swings it over to Ducksworth. Ducksworth takes it to the hoop and has it blocked out of there. Gets her own rebound, however, and she's tied up by Thaxton, and it'll stay with Southeastern. 15 on the shot clock, 2:19 on the game clock here in the quarter. Lady Lions with the ball and a 20-point advantage. Ducksworth gets it into Dugas. Dugas out to Rivers. Rivers takes it baseline, lays it up, and missed it. Rebound out to Washington. Back the other way comes LSUA. It's Dawsey with it. She'll put it on the deck. Drops it down low to Galloway. Her shot from the baseline is an air ball, and back the other way comes Southeastern. Giratano with it ahead quickly to Dugas. Another 3 from Charlie. This one won't go. Carrier gets the rebound. Put back is good. And Southeastern up by 22 now. 45-22, 8 points in the ball game for Carrier. Floater from Galloway's no good, and they're going to call Sydney Rivers for a block. Trying to take the charge on Galloway, who will go to the line to try to cut into a 22-point Southeastern lead with 1:39 left in the second quarter. Jemiah Galloway, Southwest Mississippi Community College product. Shooting 2. First one left it short. Galloway on the year now, 9 for 13 from the free throw line. Second one coming from Galloway is good. 45-24, 21-point lead for Southeastern. Coming up on a minute and a half remaining here in the opening quarter. Top of the key with it is Dugas. Gets a ball screen from Rivers. Tries to run the pick and roll with her. Goes into the hands of Ducksworth. Her layup hits the side of the backboard, and they're going to say went out of bounds off of LSUA. 16 to shoot for the Lady Lions. Inbounding under their own hoop is Ducksworth. Ducksworth gets it into Charlie. Charlie puts it on the deck, hands it off to Priyanka. Gets a screen from Sydney Rivers, spins in the lane, and has it taken away by Dawsey. Now Rivers grabs the loose ball. Out to Dugas. Dugas has it blocked out of there by Dawsey, and it'll be a shot clock violation. Good defense again by LSU Alexandria. And Ayla Gazzardo says, let's bring in a fresh set of troops. Looks like it'll be Horn, Hutterson, Adams, and then checking in for the first time, Deja Harvey, freshman from Donaldsonville, will all be in the game when we come back. I'm not sure who they're leaving out there with her. And looking at whether there should be any time left for Southeastern on this possession, I think what they're going to find is that it's going to wind up staying a shot clock violation. Again, our starting lineups, I don't think I caught this earlier, was brought to you by Roof Crafters. Roof Crafters specializes in commercial and residential roof replacements, storm restoration, repairs, skylights, and more. Find out more online at roofcrafters.com. I want to always also remind you that North Oaks Health System is proud to be a premier sponsor of Southeastern Athletics. Connect with North Oaks at northoaks.org and on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, LinkedIn, and Pinterest at My North Oaks. So they're going to put 1 on the shot clock. So it'll be Southeastern ball with 1 on the shot clock. Giratano is going to be the one that stays out there. She's going to be out there with, it's all freshmen on the court for the Lady Lions with 1 second to shoot. Harvey, Adams, Hutterson, Giratano, and Horn. The freshman class of the 2019-20 season. On the deck for the Lady Lions, up by 21 with a minute and change left here in the first half. So let's see what they can do here with 1 to shoot. Horn lobs in, and they just don't get it off. Now it's a shot clock violation. And it'll go back to LSU Ed. Washington gets it into Dawsey. Dawsey walks into the front court. Dawsey loses her dribble. Now she'll drop it down low to Thaxton. Thaxton's shot up over Dugas is no good. And Adams comes down with the rebound. Horn puts it on the floor. Working on Dawsey, finds Harvey on the right side. Back to Horn at the top of the key. Horn finds Giratano. Giratano drops it down low to Adams. Adams lays it up and in. Bernasia Adams with her first points puts the lead back to 23. Long 3 from Thaxton is good. Lead now at 27. 11 in the ball game for Thaxton. She's the first Lady General in double figures. Lady Lions can hold for the last shot. 5 and counting. It's Horn. Out to Giratano, but it's stolen by Galloway, and Galloway can't corral it to get off a last shot. 20-point advantage for the Lady Lions at the half, 47-27. Nice second quarter for Southeastern, and they stretch the lead, outscoring LSUA 23-10 in quarter number 2. Take a 47-27 lead into the break. We're going to go ahead and take a 2-minute timeout. When we come back, halftime stats here from the UC, back in 2 minutes on your Southeastern Sports Network.
Southland Conference, 13 member institutions, over 4,200 student-athletes, achieving success in the classroom while excelling in 19 NCAA Division I sports and making a difference through serving others and giving back to the community. Determination, hard work, commitment, excellence, and collaboration. Together, we are Southeastern!
To be here with the courtside. Leyton Lions outscored LSUA 23-10 in the second quarter, and they've taken a commanding 47-27 halftime lead here over the visiting Lady Generals out of the NAIA. Let's give you the tail of the tape on these two teams through two quarters. LSUA 10 for 35 from the floor. That's a 28.6% clip. Leyton Lions are 19 for 35, 54.3%. Southeastern was 6 for 9 from behind the arc, so hot shooting from behind the arc for the Leyton Lions, 66.7%. LSUA 4 for 9, 44.4%. Southeastern was 3 for 3 from the charity stripe. LSUA 3 for 6. Southeastern with a commanding 28-14 rebounding advantage. Assists 3 for LSUA, 6 for Southeastern. Southeastern turned it over 12 times to 7 for LSUA. Lady Generals were credited with 6 steals, Southeastern with 2. LSUA also blocked 4 shots, 1 for Southeastern. Leading the way for LSUA, Kelsey Thaxton has 11 points. Also grabbed 3 rebounds and a couple steals in 17 minutes of action. Courtney Dawsey, 9 points for the Lady Generals, 1 rebound. JaChristine Demache with 4 points, 2 rebounds for the Lady Generals. Sierra Daniels with 2 points and 4 rebounds in the first half for LSUA. Jemiah Galloway with 1 point. Brittany Hall and Kendriana Washington both saw action in the first half and did not score for the Lady Generals. Lady Lions were led by Celica Sterling, 12 points, 5 for 6 from the floor, 2 for 3 from behind the arc with Sel. Charlie Dugas has 10 for the Lady Lions, 4 for 8 from the floor, also 2 for 3 from behind the arc, 10 points, 3 rebounds for Charlie. Morgan Carrier had 8 quick points in just 6 minutes of action. Made all 3 of her field goals, including 1 from behind the arc. 8 points, couple rebounds. Haley Girottano has 5 off the bench. She played 12 and a half minutes in the first half. 2 for 4 from the floor, 1 for 2 from behind the arc. 5 points, 2 rebounds, and a couple of assists. Aminat Jabril has 4 points, 2 for 5 from the floor, 4 points, 5 rebounds for Jabril. 1 assist in the ball game as well for Aminat. Tyler Morrison with her first 4 points of the season. She's made both of her 2 field goal attempts. Had a couple rebounds and an assist. Bernasia Adams has a bucket off the bench. 1 for 1 from the floor is Bernasia. A couple points and a rebound. Alexis Horn also with 2, made a couple free throws, grabbed a rebound and had an assist, a couple steals. She played 11 minutes in the first half. Caitlin Williams yet to score, but she shares game high honors with 5 rebounds with Aminat Jabril. Also seeing action in the first half and yet to score, Sydney Rivers, Brianka Ducksworth, Jalen Hutterson, and Deja Harvey. All in the game for Southeastern, but yet to score. We're going to go ahead and take another 2-minute timeout. We'll get you ready for second half action back in 2 minutes on your Southeastern Sports Radio Network. LSU Alexandria 27, 23-10 scoring advantage for the Lady Lions in the second quarter is the difference in this one. As Southeastern's been hot from behind the arc, 6 for 9 from the floor from three-point range, 19 for 35 from the floor, 3 for 3 from the free throw line, 28 rebounds to 14 for LSUA, and Southeastern in command here. Last game before Thanksgiving for the Lady Lions. They'll play, won't play again until Saturday, December 7th. That's a 1 p.m. tip in the UC. They'll host Jackson State that day. And as of whether it'll be on the air or not, we'll have to see. Because Lion football, Southeastern football team, hosting a playoff game here on Saturday against Villanova. 3:04 p.m. kickoff from Strawberry Stadium. Lady Lions taking on LSU Alexandria. Southeastern, taking on Villanova in the football game. FCF playoff game. First one for the Lions since 14. First one in Strawberry Stadium since 2013. And Southland Conference Coach of the Year, Frank Selfo, will have his Lions ready to go against a tough competition in the Wildcats of Villanova, a perennial playoff team, a team that won the national championship just 10 years ago. And it's going to be an exciting day for Southeastern Athletics and Southeastern football. We encourage everybody to come out and support your Lions when they take on the Wildcats of Villanova. If you can't make it, it's on ESPN3 and on KSLU and all the other affiliates of the Southeastern Sports Network. And we're excited to have the Wildcats come down from Philadelphia and compete right here in Strawberry Stadium with our Lions. Great turnaround in year 2 for Southeastern. So Lady Lions look like they're on the way to improving to 2-4 on the year, but still some work to do. And you see it from a lot of different players. You know, you look at up and down the scoring list, and 8 different players have found the net in this first half for Southeastern. Celica Sterling and Charlie Dugas lead the way in double figures, but you're getting contributions from Morgan Carrier, Haley Giratano, Amina Jabril, Tyler Morrison, Lexus Horn, Bernasia Adams, all have found the net. Caitlin Williams hasn't scored, but she's got 5 rebounds. So, a lot of different faces for Southeastern as to help the Lady Lions build this lead. And we're going to go ahead and take one more 2-minute timeout, and then we'll be just about ready for the start of the third quarter here in the University Center. Back in 2 minutes on your Southeastern Sports Radio Network.
The Southland Conference, 13 member institutions, over 4,200 student athletes, achieving success in the classroom while excelling in 19 NCAA Division I sports and making a difference through serving others and giving back to the community. Determination, hard work, commitment, excellence, and collaboration. Together, we are Southeastern!
What do you love most about being a student athlete at Southeastern?
So I chose teammates for life because on our golf team, nobody's from the same spot, but the friendships we've made once we graduate, I know we'll always be friends, we'll always see each other, we'll always come back and visit.
Just about ready to start quarter number 3 here from the University Center. Kemmler Chapel is always glad to be here with you. Halftime, Lady Lions 47, LSU 27. Southeastern shot 6 for 9 from behind the arc. Great start to the first half for the Lady Lions. Charlie Dugas and Celica Sterling with 2 triples apiece. And Lady Lions just got to keep it up and see if they can pull away in this one. I know last game, Ayla told me their goal was to hold ULM under 50 points, and they fell just short of that. They won 65-52. With 10 left in the third quarter. LSUA is halfway to that 50-point mark. And it's Thaxton with it. She'll find Dawsey. Dawsey, a long 3, too strong. And Celica Sterling runs down the rebound for Southeastern. Back the other way come the Lady Lions. It's Morrison into the front court with it. Morrison works around a double screen. Gets the top of the key to Sterling. Good look by Sell and an easy finish for Aminat Jabril. She's got 6, and the Lady Lions up by 22. And now we're going to get a foul away from the ball. Foul's going to be, I believe, on Hall, which will be her 3rd. Hall thought she was coming out with those 3 fouls, but now Coach Bob Austin says, no, you got to stay. Williams works it around to Sterling. Sterling drops down low to Alexis Horn. Horn puts up the quick shot in the post, gets her own rebound, putback's no good. And Washington clears it for the Lady Generals. Dawsey up ahead with it, has it stolen by Tyler Morrison. Morrison takes it all the way herself, lays it up and in. 6 points in the ball game for Tyler. And the Lady Lions up by 24, 51-27. Dawsey with the baseline. Works it around the Hall. Lady Lions have played man-to-man pretty much throughout this one. It's Washington out to Thaxton. Long 3 is good. Thaxton's good. She can really shoot it. She's got 14 in the ball game, and it's a 21-point Lady Lion cushion. Thaxton and Dawsey are a really good backcourt for the Lady Generals. I think they're going to win a lot of games this year at the NAIA level. And we're going to get a hand check on Washington. Washington's second team foul of the quarter on the Generals. $20 on the shot clock for Southeastern to work with. Sterling gets it into Morrison. Morrison works it over to Williams. Williams puts it on the deck, puts up the shot, gets the rebound, puts up the put back and scores. So she's in the scoring column is Caitlin Williams. Junior from Bruley gets her first bucket of the ball game. And the lead now back to 23 for Southeastern. Putting up the shot is Washington. They're going to call a foul on Sterling coming from the help side. Tried to block that one and got enough contact to be whistled for a foul and send Washington to the line. Washington looking for her first points of the ball game at the free throw line for the first time. Puts the first one up and in. Washington came into the ball game averaging just under 14 points per contest. That's her first of the second half, and here comes point number 2. 53-32. Lady Lions with the lead, coming up on 7.5 left in the third quarter. Horn puts it on the deck, takes it to the hoop, and has a block from behind by Dawsey. Gets a room, rebound, putback's no good. Rebound fought for, and Morrison runs down a long one. And Morrison, guarded closely by Thaxton, drops it down low to Jabril. Jabril lays it up and in. Thaxton, 3-ball, no good, and Sterling comes down with the rebound. Here come the Lady Lions with it. It's Horn. Works it over to Caitlin Williams. Caitlin puts it on the deck, drops it off to Aminat. Aminat lays it up and in. Double-figure performance here from Aminat Jabril, and the Lady Lions are really starting to pull away here in quarter number 3. 57-32 now, the advantage, with 6:43 left in the third quarter. It's Hall with it. Hall drops it over to Washington, and she double dribbles. Things going from bad to worse for the Generals here in the third quarter, and we're going to have mass subs on both sides. Actually, Demichet's the only one coming in for LSUA. Bianca Ducksworth and Charlie Dugas give Horn and Morrison the breather for Southeastern. So it's Ducksworth, Williams, Dugas, Jabril, and Sterling out there for the Lady Lions, up 57-32. Top of the key with it is Dugas. Dugas drops it down low to Caitlin Williams. Easy finish for Caitlin. She's got 4 now. And it's a 27-point Southeastern lead, 59-32. Put it on the deck is Thaxton. Her little floater gets the friendly roll. So Thaxton has been the best scorer for LSUA. She's got 16, leads all scorers, in fact. Lady Lions with 3 in double figures, but none as many as 16 that Thaxton has. Caitlin Williams is fouled before she can get off a pass to Celica Sterling. Foul's going to be on Daniels, her second. Morgan Carrier is going to give Caitlin Williams a breather. So it's Carrier, Dugas, Sterling, Jabril, and Bianca Ducksworth out there. Ducksworth to inbound. 20 on the shot clock, 5:52 left here, third quarter. Lady Lions up by 25. Sterling surveys the defense, now works it over to Charlie. Charlie puts it on the deck. Cut off. Now she loses her dribble, drops it down low to Aminat, and Aminat walked. Pass was errant out of the hands of Dugas, and it forced timing to be off, and Aminat just fell down, which is a travel. Dawsey swings it over to Thaxton. Thaxton for 3 is good. Thaxton all the way with 19 points. 22-point lead for Southeastern, but Thaxton has had all their scoring here in the third quarter. Aminat Jabril's had the hot hand in the third quarter for Southeastern. She's got a baseline. Works it over to Celica for a wide open 3. Got it. Celica's got 15 now. Her third 3 of the ball game. Pushes Southeastern back to match their largest lead, 62-37. 4:43 and counting here left in the third quarter. Washington loses it, and it's going to go out of bounds. Carrier tried to save it. Celica's going to take a breather with those 15 points. Here comes Deja Harvey, the freshman from Donaldsonville, into this one. And that's going to bring us to a timeout on the floor. 62-37. Lady Lions firmly ahead here with 4:39 left in the third quarter. Back in a minute on your Southeastern Sports Network. 62-37, Lady Lions with the lead. 4:39 left here in the third quarter. LSU with the ball. It's Demichet, dribbled it off her own foot, and she's asking for help, and they're going to say it went off to Southeastern. Dawsey to inbound from the baseline with 11 to shoot. Dawsey gets it into Demichet, and Brianka Ducksworth caught enough of Demichet with her body to get whistled for a foul. Now the shot clock will be back up to 20. Dawsey to inbound, gets it into Demichet. Demichet working on Ducksworth, finds Galloway at the top of the key. Galloway hands it off to Thaxton, and it's going to be a foul on Charlie Dugas. Dugas picks up her first foul. Foul number 3 on the Lady Lions here. 4:25 left here, third quarter. Out to Dawsey. Dawsey works around the screen, gets cut off. Now she'll kick it out to Daniels for a jumper. Nice shot by Daniels, and LSU lead goes, the Southeastern lead is chopped down to 23. 62-39, coming up on 4 minutes left here, third quarter. Dugas with the left side. She'll take it in the lane, and she's going to go reach in foul on Thaxton. Officials starting to get a little whistle happy here in quarter number 3. 3:57 left. That's team foul number 4 on the Lady Generals. So free throws coming on the next foul and for the remainder of the quarter for Southeastern. Ducksworth travels, and it'll go back to the Lady Generals. Demichet walks into the front court, hands it off to Daniels. Now back to Dawsey. Dawsey guarded by Aminat Jabril. Gets a step and nearly throws it away. Daniels grabs it, puts up the jumper, and scores it. Daniels with a couple of J's here has kept the lead to 21, 62-41. Southeastern's led by as many as 25 in this one as we come up on 3 minutes remaining in the third quarter. It's Dugas with the top of the key. She'll swing it over to Carrier. Carrier drops it down low to Aminat. Aminat loses it going up, and starting to get a little sloppy here for Southeastern as here comes Bernasia Adams, the freshman from Thibodaux, into the ball game for Southeastern in place of Aminat Jabril. So it'll be Adams, Harvey, Carrier, Dugas, and Brianka Ducksworth out there for the Lady Lions. LSU's A scored the last 4 to cut it to 21. Still Southeastern firmly in control of this one as we come up on 3 minutes left in the third quarter. Long three from Daniels. Little heat check shot there for Daniels, won't go. Adams runs down a long rebound, gives it to Ducksworth. Ducksworth over to Deja Harvey. Ducksworth calling the play here. Lady Lions offense has gotten a little stagnant in the last couple of trips. But right as I say that, Bernasia Adams gets position in the post and scores. And Lady Lions up by 23, 64-41. Thaxton back the other way quickly is fouled. Foul, I think, is going to be on Charlie, and it is. And I'll send Thaxton to the line. Thaxton leads all scores with 19 points in the ballgame at the line for the first time tonight. And she'll cross 20 points. 64-42, Southeastern with the lead, 2:33 left in the third quarter. Second free throw also good from Thaxton. Carrier gets it into Ducksworth. Ducksworth puts it on the deck, gets it ahead to Charlie. Charlie swings it over to Deja Harvey. Deja takes the baseline, finds Bernasia Adams, out to Carrier. Carrier thought about the three and then lost the handle. Harvey runs it back, gets it to Morgan. 15 to shoot for the Lady Lions. Ducksworth calls for the screen from Bernasia Adams, takes it all the way to the hoop. A lot of contact, no call, and back the other way comes LSUA. And Dugas, nice hands there by Charlie, comes up with the steal. Charlie back up ahead with it. She'll take it into the lane, takes it to Ducksworth. Ducksworth lays it up and in, and Lady Lions back up by 23, 66-43, 150 and counting left here third quarter, excuse me. Dawsey takes a baseline, layup won't go, but they're going to call a foul, I think, on Carrier, and it is, and Courtney Dawsey will go to the line to shoot a pair. Dawsey looking to be the second general to reach double figures. Senior from Hammond, played the first 2 collegiate seasons here at Southeastern before transferring to LSU. Makes the first free throw. Now 10 points in the ball game for Dawsey. Second one from Courtney also is good. 66-45, 21-point lead for Southeastern. Minute and a half left in quarter number 3. Ducksworth puts it on the deck, tried to drop it down low to Adams, but has it stolen by Courtney. Dawsey up ahead with it, and they're going to call a blocking foul on Morgan Carrier. Thought she had position, but she didn't. Second personal on Morgan, and she'll go to the bench as here comes Haley Giratano back in the ball game for Southeastern. As is Alexis Horn, as Ducksworth will sit. So it's Horn, Giratano, Harvey, Adams, and Dugas. 4 freshmen and a senior out there for the Lady Lions, up 66-45 as we come up on a minute remaining. Courtney Dawsey at the line looking to add to her tally, and that one will get the friendly roll. 12 points in the ball game for Dawsey. Played in her final game in the UC in her hometown. Second free throw won't go, and Adams clears it for Southeastern. Here comes Horn up ahead with it for the Lady Lions. Horn swings it over to Dugas. Dugas' 3 is too strong, and Adams runs down the rebound for Southeastern. Jump ball favors the Lady Lions. It'll be Horn to inbound. 1:03 left here, third quarter. Lady Lions with a 20-point lead in the ball. Lead same as it was at the start of the half. So an evenly played third quarter here. Dugas gets the inbound pass, and she's fouled. Foul's going to be on Courtney Dawsey. Courtney didn't like the call, but she's whistled for her second foul. And Charlie will go to the line to shoot 2. Charlie, 10 points in the ball game, make it 11. Senior from Rain, Louisiana. Second free throw is also good. And Lady Lions with a 22-point lead. Under a minute to play here. Dawsey kicks it out to Demachet. Her 3 is good. Nope, they're going to say it's a 2. Foot was on the line. Lead back down to 20. Giratano with it. Got a 15-second differential between shot clock and game clock. Get down low to Bernasia. She can't finish. And Demachet comes out with it. Shot clock still on. Dawsey. Shot fake, and they're going to call a hand check foul, I think, on Courtney Dawsey. On Deja Harvey, and that'll send Courtney Dawsey back to the line. 23.8 left. Lady Lions will be able to hold the last shot after these 2 free throws from Courtney Dawsey. She's got 12 points in the ball game. First one from Courtney's good. Second free throw is also good. 18-point Lady Lion lead. LSU Alexandria has actually outscored Southeastern here in the third quarter. Horn. Eight to shoot. Horn finds Dugas. 3-ball from Charlie. In and out, no good. Washington gets the rebound, and that's how we'll end quarter number 3. Lady Lions still firmly ahead, but 18-point cushion for Southeastern heading into the final quarter. Southeastern 68, LSUA 50. Back in a minute on your Southeastern Sports Network. Start of the fourth quarter here from the University Center. Lady Lions lead LSU Alexandria 68-50. Demachet with it. She'll work it over to Thaxton. Thaxton, baseline 3, in and out, no good. And Caitlin Williams clears it for Southeastern. Williams now with 7 rebounds. Williams works it over to Tyler Morrison. Morrison calls for the ball screen. Now works it over to Caitlin Williams. Caitlin out to Celica. 3 from the corner from Sells. In and out, no good. And back the other way comes LSUA. Here's Dawsey. Dawsey to Thaxton. Throws it away. Oh, no, they're going to call a foul on Tyler Morrison. Morrison's second. Dawsey gets it into Thaxton. Thaxton out to Demachet. Demachet puts it on the floor. Works it over to Daniels. Her shot's short, and I think Aminat Jabril partially blocked that one. And goes into the hands of Tyler Morrison. Morrison up ahead with it to Horn. Horn drops it down low to Aminat. Aminat to Caitlin Williams. Ball's on the floor, and it's going to be thrown away. And then almost thrown back away, but LSUA is going to keep it. Dawsey races it ahead, puts up the floater. A lot of contact, no call, and it goes into the hands of Caitlin Williams. Back the other way comes Southeastern. Sterling lays it up and in. Good look. And Celica Sterling with team high 17 points puts Southeastern back up by 20, 70-50, coming up on 8 minutes remaining in the contest. Another loose ball corralled by LSUA. It's Thaxton out to Dawsey. She steps into a 3, left it short, and it's going to go back to the Lady Lions. And we're going to get a reach-in foul called on Courtney Dawsey, her third. Jabril gets the inbound entry pass from Tyler Morrison and finishes. Aminat with 12. Lady Lions up by 22 now, 72 to 50. Demachet works it into Galloway. Galloway puts it on the deck. Nice strong take by Galloway, and she'll draw a foul that'll put her Galloway to shoot 2. First one is up and short. 72 to 50, Lady Lions lead, 7:34 left in the ball game. Lady Lions look like they're on the way to win number 2 and their second straight win of the season in their home opener. Second free throw from Galloway also finds the net, or does find the net, and it's a 21-point Southeastern advantage. Horn puts it on the floor, takes it to the hoop, and they're going to call a foul on Courtney Dawsey. And if that's the case, that's her 4th. And Alexis Horn to shoot 2. Dawsey sits in place of Washington. Horn to shoot 2. Freshman out of Denham Springs High School. First one is in and out, no good. Second free throw from Horn is also true. Lead back to 22, 73 to 51, excuse me. Galloway loses the handle, has to swing it out to Thaxton. Thaxton calls for a ball screen, now finds Demachet. They drop it down low to Daniels. Her shot's no good, and they're going to say it went off of Southeastern. Carrier, Dugas, and Giratano to check in for Southeastern. Alexis Horn, Celica Sterling, and Caitlin Williams all sit. So it's Carrier, Dugas, Giratano, Jabril, and Morrison, the 5 of the floor for the Lady Lions. LSU A to inbound with 9 to shoot. 7 minutes and 2 seconds left. Lady Lions firmly ahead here, 73-51. Dugas comes up with a steal. Nice job of jumping the pass lane by Charlie. Lays it up and in. Charlie's got 14 in the ball game now, and Lady Lions up by 24. Thaxton working on Giratano, gets in the lane, and going to get a foul on Aminat or Haley. They're going to call it on Haley. Now send Thaxton back to the line. Thaxton's free throw's up and good. Second free throw from Thaxton is also true. Morrison gets a screen from Giratano. Works it over to Dugas. Dugas puts it on the deck, finds Haley. Haley at the top of the key, works it over to Charlie. Charlie swings it over to Morrison. 10 to shoot for the Lady Lions. Morrison directing traffic, and we're going to get a moving screen on Aminat Jabril. Feel like she gets whistled for one of those just about every game. Aminat has had a nice game here tonight, but she's got to work on her screens there and not getting called for that slip moving screen. 65-53 Lady Lions with a 22-point lead. Coming up on 6 minutes left. Washington lays it up and in. Good take there by Demachet, and she found Washington for the easy bucket. And now Giratana throws it away. Into the hands of Washington. Her layup is good. Count it. It's 3-point play for the Generals, and all of a sudden it's an 18-point game. Washington to complete the 3-point play and cut this one to 17. She missed it. So lead remains 18 for Southeastern. Still firmly ahead here with under 6 minutes to play, and we're going to get a foul. Foul's going to be on Demichet. Her first, team's fourth. Carried her inbound with a fresh 30 to work with. Into the hands of Morrison. Tyler. Gets it over to Charlie Dugas, and Charlie loses it into the hands of Demichet. Demichet takes it herself, and it's blocked out there by Tyler Morrison. Back the other way comes Tyler. Tyler looking up ahead. Drops it over to Charlie. Charlie swings it out to Giratano. 3-ball from Haley. In and out, no good. Rebound fought for. It's going to go out of bounds, and they're going to say it's going to stay with Southeastern as Jabril and Daniels were fighting for it down low. 5:09 left. We're coming up on the midway point of the fourth quarter, and the Lady Lions firmly ahead, 75-57. And Giratano walked. Here comes Demichet into the front court with it for LSU Alexandria. She works it over to Washington. Washington hands it over to Thaxton. Thaxton back to Washington on the baseline. Washington, nice move. Takes it to the hoop and scores. And another 3-point opportunity coming for the Lady Generals. And that'll bring us to a timeout on the floor. She'll be trying to complete a 3-point play. LSUA not going away quietly. They trail Southeastern 75-59. 4:50 left in the ball game. Back in a minute on your Southeastern Sports Network. Back here in the University Center, Lady Lions up 75-59, but they've led by as many as 25, but LSUA is cut it to 16 here. Free throw coming from Washington to cut it to 15. Washington at the line. Missed the free throw, and Caitlin Williams runs down the rebound. Williams, Sterling, Morrison. And they're going to call a carry on Celica Sterling. Floater by Demichet is no good. Free throw shot is no good, and it's going to go out of bounds back to Southeastern. Excuse me, back to LSUA. 75-59. Not probably the finish Coach Cazzardo and her staff are looking for in this one. It's Washington, baseline J, rebound out to Celica Sterling, Tyler Morrison. Here comes Sell back with it. She lobs it down low to Giratano. Giratano has a block from the backside by Thaxton. Really good help side defense there by Thaxton. Thaxton steps into a long three. Rebound out to Charlie. Charlie gets it to Celica, and it's going to go out of bounds. And they're going to say it's going to stay with LSU at 3:44 left, 16-point Southeastern lead. Look like they're going to hang on in this one, but certainly not the margin they were looking for. As they really look like they had a chance to blow this one out. And LSUA has just been chipping away at it. Giratano's going to go to the bench after the foul as Morgan Carrier checks back in, and Galloway at the line. It's like Southeastern just took their foot off the gas a little bit in this one. Certainly doesn't look like it's going to cost them a victory, but it's give LSUA credit for keeping playing and keep playing hard. Free throw's good by Galloway. It's a 15-point Southeastern lead. Second free throw from Galloway is good. Timeout called by Bob Austin. We'll take it with him. 3:41 left in the ball game. Southeastern 75, LSUA 61. Back in a minute on the Southeastern Sports Network. Coming from the University Center Lady Lions. Lead 75-61, LSUA has outscored Southeastern 34-28 here in the second half. Lead, which was once 25, down to 14 here. Sterling brings it across for Southeastern. Picked up by Demichet. She hands it off to Morrison. Morrison with it with 15 to shoot. Drops it down low to Charlie. Easy layup for Dugas. Dugas was 16 in the ball game. Demichet puts it on the deck. Swings it over to Caitlin Williams. To Daniels. Daniels was guarded by Caitlin Williams, and Thaxton throws it away. Stolen by Celica Sterling Pushes it in the front court. Celica swings it over to Tyler Morris. Under 3 minutes to play here. Lady Lions with the ball and a 16-point lead. Sell. Another 3-ball. Got it. 20 points in the ball game for Celica, and Lady Lions stretch it back to 19 after her fourth 3 of the game. Celica Sterling, all-conference player a season ago with a season high 20 points, most points scored by a Lady Lion thus far in 2019-20. Layup by Washington is no good, and Tyler Morrison clears it for Southeastern. Up ahead with it is Sell. Sterling out to Tyler Morrison. And Morrison's bumped from behind. Foul's going to be on Washington. Team foul from a fourth. And here comes Courtney Dawsey back in. Senior from Hammond, playing in her hometown for the final time. Sterling with it, right elbow. Swings it down low to Charlie. Charlie in the lane, puts up the shot, no good. Caitlin Williams with the rebound, and she's fouled going back up by Sierra Daniels. Daniels doesn't like the call, but regardless, Caitlin Williams will go to the line to shoot 2. Caitlin Williams is a junior from Bruley, Louisiana. Tonight she's got, let's see where she's at on the ledger. Caitlin Williams, 8 rebounds, 4 points. First free throw attempts from KK. First one is up and good. 81-61. Lady Lions have stretched it back up to 20 now. Largest lead was 25, but LSUA did cut it to 14 briefly. Second free throw from Caitlin Williams is no good. Thaxton runs down a long rebound for LSUA. Thaxton pushes it in the front court. Right side, it's Galloway. Galloway puts up the shot, and she's fouled going up. Foul's going to be on Sell, and Galloway will shoot 2 more free throws. Third personal on Celica Sterling. 1:42 left. Lady Lions with a 20-point lead. Free throw from Galloway is up and good. $19-point lead. Might get an 18-point lead as Galloway makes them both. Minute and a half left. It's Sterling with it, and she'll be fouled. And that'll be it for Courtney Dawsey. Courtney Dawsey fouls out with 14 points. Final time she'll walk off the university center floor. Hammond native. Won a state championship at St. Thomas. Played her first 2 years at Southeastern. Free throw from Sterling is up and good. 21 in the ball game for Sell. Second free throw won't go. Gets her own rebound, and she'll go back to the line, and she's fouled by Washington. 1:27 left. Lady Lions lead 82-63. Lady Lions are going to improve to 2-4 with their second straight victory. Just going to be up to see what the final margin is. Sterling's free throw is up and good. 83-63, 20-point Southeastern advantage. Second free throw from Sell is also true. So a nice 23-point night for Celica Sterling. Leads a balanced Lady Lions effort. 84-63, Southeastern with the advantage. Thaxton loses it going up, and they're going to say she was fouled. Foul's going to be on Morgan Carrier. Her third. And Thaxton will go to the line. Thaxton and Sterling tied for game high honors with 23 points apiece. Now Thaxton's got 24, making that one. Southeastern 84, LSU Alexandria 64, 1:15 left in the contest. Second free throw is good as well. Late lines bring it across against pressure. And Morrison and Sterling handle it easily. And Morrison can kind of work some clock here as we come up on a minute left. Carrier for three, got it. Morgan Carrier joins three others in double figures with her three ball there. And Washington misses a shot and it's pulled down by Charlie Dugas. Lady Lions walk it ahead. About a 15-second differential between shot clock and game clock. Sterling to Carrier. Carrier puts it on the floor. And Caitlin Williams is fouled going back up. KK with 5 in the ball game. 5 points, 9 rebounds. Lady Lions with a 52-23 rebounding advantage. Said the size advantage was going to probably be something that LSUA couldn't overcome, and as you can tell by that rebounding deficit, that has been the case. LSUA will be able to hold for the last shot after the second free throw from KK. 89-65. Washington steps into a jumper, gets the friendly roll, and Lady Lions, I will doubt, put up another shot. They're just going to dribble it across and working around the perimeter. Lady Lions going to move to 2-4 on the season with the win. LSUA, this one didn't count as counted as an exhibition for the Generals, so they'll remain 2-3. Final score: Lady Lions 89, LSUA 67. We're going to go ahead and take a 2-minute timeout. When we come back, one of our assistant coaches will join us here on the Postgame Show. Back in 2 minutes, Lady Lions win on your Southeastern Sports Network. Thank you. final score, Lady Lions improved to 2-4 with an 89-67 victory over the Lady Generals of LSU Alexandria. And joining me now, assistant coach Asia Ochi. And Asia, really, this one we got a big lead and we're able to hold on. I know y'all probably weren't probably pleased with how that fourth quarter went, but overall a good win going into the Thanksgiving break.
Yeah, overall good win. I mean, I feel like the girls kind of laid down a little bit, you know, not staying with it the whole game. But I mean, we can only use this learning experience, you know. We want to play now like we are in conference, you know, and we want to get better every game. And it was really important that, you know, and taking it into conference that we're staying with it that the whole for a full 40 minutes, you know, and not because we're up, you know, just kind of not going as hard as we were from the beginning. So. Yeah,
it was obvious we took our foot off the gas a little bit there, but you also one thing that was beneficial about this game, you got to play a lot of different players and maybe get some people who are going to have to learn. You know, some of those freshmen out there getting a lot of minutes today. So you got to be pleased to be able to give some people who maybe haven't got a lot of playing time some good minutes tonight.
That's exactly it, and you know, everyone pretty much played, you know, and that's important for them to be able to get in and experience, you know. We want them to play every game, but these opportunities, you know, you take advantage. You come in and you do what you're supposed to do. You box out, you rebound, you know, and that's important. So we're glad, you know, the freshmen especially were able to come in and give big minutes this game.
A lot of positive individual performances to pull from this one. Obviously, Sel with a really nice, efficient night. 8 for 11, 23 points. Charlie starting to look like the Charlie we expect the last couple of games off the bench. And really somebody I know that you're proud of, Aminat Jabril, had another nice night here for us tonight. Talk about those three.
Yeah, so Sel, you know, we're glad to finally see her getting back, you know, going, you know, a few games she wasn't really shooting, you know, like how she wanted to, you know. And now she's going, now she's getting back in her rhythm. And Charlie, like you said, you know, her getting back to driving to the rim, finishing at the rim is huge. And last but not least, Omni, you know, we knew that the Posts were going to dominate this game. The Posts were going to be really huge, and we were glad to see Omni, even the first play of the game, being able to finish under the rim and rebound. You know, even KK, she rebounded, you know. So we really needed our Posts this game. We were glad they were able to step up. So overall, an awesome team effort. We were glad to see some players step up, even Morgan, you know, her shooting, you know. So we had some good areas, and we just got to continue to get better and pull everything together for 40 minutes.
Well, Asia, you know, you get a little bit of a break now for Thanksgiving, finals, all that good stuff. You know, how do you approach this? You know, we got about a 10-day layoff before we play again. How do y'all approach that? You going to give them a couple days off or what?
Yeah, for sure. I'm sure tomorrow they'll be off, but we got to get back on. We got to get back at it. You know, Jackson State, it won't be an easy game. You know, they're going to come ready. We beat them at their home last year, so they're going to come here, you know, ready to go. We have to come ready as well, so we have to make sure we have a full, you know, week of preparing for them and being ready.
Asia, thank you for joining me. We're going to go ahead and take one more 2-minute timeout. Once again, final score, Lady Lions 89, LSU Alexandria 67. Back in 2 minutes on your Southeastern Sports Network.
What do you love most about being a student athlete at Southeastern?
So I chose teammates for life because on our golf team, nobody's from the same spot, but the friendships we've made, once we graduate, I know we'll always be friends, we'll always see each other, we'll always come back and visit.
Wins this one 89-67. Tail of the tape, we'll run down on that real quick as the Lady Lions shot 53.1% from the floor, 34 for 64. Made 9 of 16 threes and 12 of 15 free throws. Lady Lions, big number, out-rebounded LSU 52-23. So size advantage was definitely in Southeastern's favor. Lady Lions were led by Celica Sterling with 23 points. Charlie Dugas chipped in 16. Amina Jabril had 12, and joining those three in double figures was Morgan Carrier with 11. Caitlin Williams pulled down 9 rebounds to go with her 7 points. Tyler Morrison had 6 points and 5 assists for Southeastern. Haley Giartano had 5 first-half points off the bench. Renasia Adams also with 4 for Southeastern. Alexis Horn had 3 points for the Lady Lions, and rounding out the scores for Southeastern, Brianka Ducksworth with 2. Sydney Rivers, Jalen Hutterson, and Deja Harvey all saw action for Southeastern but did not score. Kelsey Thaxton led LSU with 25 points. Playing in her final game in her hometown, Courtney Dawsey, former Lady Lion and former St. Thomas Aquinas Falcon, with 14 points, 3 assists, and 3 steals, and 3 block shots. So Courtney filling up the box score in her last game in her hometown. And they were joined in double figures for the Generals by Kendriana Washington with 10 points. Daniels, Demachet, and Galloway had 6 apiece for LSU. So Lady Lions on a break now. They've got a couple days off for Thanksgiving. Then next week, final examinations before Southeastern hosts LSU hosts Jackson State next Saturday, the 7th, 1 p.m. tip here in the University Center. We're up in the air whether that game will be on the air or not. If the football team is able to take care of business, it'll be preempted. But if not, it'll be Lady Lions and Jackson State. I'll have the call for you next Saturday from the UC. I want to thank everybody for listening and watching here on the Southeastern Sports Network. You've been watching and enjoying Lady Lion basketball on the Southeastern Sports Network.